So, Bhagavan said the time had come for his manifestation. Bhagavan api Vishwatma Bhaktanam abhayankaraha aviveshamsha bhagena manakadundubhe. So Anakadundubhi is another name of Vasudevaji, and it is said here that the Lord first manifested in Vasudevaji's mind as a brilliant light and then entered Devakiji. Then Lord Brahma sings praises of the Supreme. When Lord Brahma learned that Devaki was bearing her 8th child, he along with Lord Shiva and all the Devas appeared before her. Brahmaji sang hymns in praise of the Lord who was in her womb. Satyavratam Satyaparam Trisatyam Satyasayoni Nihitam Cha Satye Satyasya Satyamrita Satyanetram Satyatmakam Tvang Sharanam Prapanna. So Brahmaji said, O Lord, you are the very vow of truthfulness. Verily the means to attain you is also truthfulness itself. So you are that truth which is present in all 3 periods of time. And you are the truthfulness of truth. Satyasya Satyam. Your truth is your essence. Satyatmakam. So we have come to your lotus feet seeking refuge. Shrinvan Grinan Sangsmarayanscha Chintayan Namani Rupani Cha Mangalani Te Kriyasu Yastvacharana Ravindayora Vishtachetana Bhavaya Kalpate. Lord Brahma said, the one who hears, sings, remembers and contemplates on your attributes never again returns to samsara. O Lord, please manifest soon and remove our sorrows. Then, seeing how terrified Devaki looked because Kamsa would soon find out about the birth of her 8th child, so Lord Brahma tried to reassure and comfort her. He said, what great fortune and blessings are upon you that the Supreme Lord has entered your womb. Kamsa, the head of the Bhoja clan, is now at the portals of death. So you need not fear him any longer. This child of yours will protect both you and Vasudeva and the entire Yadu dynasty. So don't worry. Saying this, Brahmaji, Lord Shiva and the Devas disappeared. Then the Lord manifests as Sri Krishna. A beautiful dialogue comes next, wherein time says to the Lord, Lord, everyone mocks me. They say, you can never touch the Lord for He is beyond your 3 periods of past, present, and future. People always say such things to me. So the Lord then replied, yes, I am beyond the 3 periods of time, but now I will come under your sway. In Rama Avatara, I had manifested in the solar dynasty during the day. Now I will manifest in the lunar dynasty at night. The Lord, who is equal toward all, thus demonstrated His impartiality. The Lord said in Rama Avatara, I had come on the 9th day. So this time I will come on the 8th day. The number 9 symbolizes the whole, that is Brahman. And number 8 symbolizes Maya, that is Lord's power. So Lord said, in Rama Avatara, I had come under the number of Brahman. So this time I will come under the number of Maya. And the number 8 symbolizes the Maya, which is the Lord's power, as we said, and the eightfold nature of the universe. And this is why Lord Krishna had 16,008 wives, and in some Puranas it is 16,108 also written. The 8 main wives were Rukmini, Satyabhama, Jambavati, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Satya, Bhadra, and Lakshmana. They represent the eightfold nature of the Lord. The Lord thus manifested on the 8th day of the month, Ashtami, and accordingly displayed many spectacular and wondrous acts of Maya in Krishna Avatara. Prakritim swamadhisthaya sambhavamyatma mayaya. So Bhagavan Sri Krishna himself said in Bhagavad Gita also that keeping my eightfold nature fully under my control, I manifest through Maya. See how the Vedantic aspect, the aspect of Advaita Vedanta, is so prominent here. So it is said here, Atha sarva gunopetaha kalaha parama shobhanaha. It was the most auspicious and favorite time. The propitious stars had aligned and all the astrological houses were in their highest position. There was unbounded happiness in the air, in all directions. Ganganam Nirmaladu Ganodayam. The sky was immaculate. Nadya Prasanna Salila. All the rivers flowed with clean and clear water. The beauty of all the forests, gardens, villages, and all places on the earth intensified. The waters in all the lakes became pure and clean, and the lotuses came into full bloom. Vavau vayuhu sukhasparshaha punya gandhavaha shuchihi. A cool, soft, fragrant breeze filled with night air. The purity and beauty of all of nature is described here so vividly. When spiritual truth manifests, all the nature, meaning all your inner equipments, become pure. This is when the Lord manifests in our heart. So, as we saw earlier, the purification of Vasudeva and Devaki had already taken place. Now the beauty, glory and purity of all the creation in which the Lord would be arriving are depicted. All of nature prepared itself to welcome the Lord. The yagna fires of the Brahmins had not been fully ablaze because the asuras had refused to let them perform yagnas. Thus, instead of fire, it was always more smoke that had emerged. Now, their fires became smokeless and the flames flared up in full force. The Lord had not even manifested when kettle drums were heard in the skies. All the celestial beings, Kinnaras, Gandharvas, Siddhas, Apsaras, Vidyadharas, and Charanas began dancing in elation. All the Devas were overjoyed and showered flowers from the skies. Mandam Mandam Jaladhara Jagarjura Anusagaram. The clouds rumbled with thunder, the rains showered, and new waterfalls flowed. Then, in the dark fortnight, precisely at midnight, Lord Janardana, even as he is Sarva Guhashaya, or seated in the hearts of all, manifested from Devaki's womb. Never understand Avatāra to mean coming down from above. The Lord is seated in the hearts of all. So, where he already is, there he appeared. There is nothing of descending and so and so. Keep this very clear in your mind. Just as the moon rises in the east, so too did the Lord manifest in the jail cell. We see in the Rama Avatara, the Lord manifested in a palace. In Krishna Avatara, the Lord manifested in a jail at midnight in complete silence. This is why too we must observe his birth in silence so that Kṛṣṇa does not find out. Lord Rama's Avatara took place at noon, so his birth is to be celebrated with grand festivity. Sri Krishna's birth, however, is to be observed quietly. As you see, when the spiritual awakening actually takes place in our heart, it is in complete silence. And other than you, nobody can know it. What happened? The Avatara of the Lord directly in your heart, in complete silence, is to be observed and realized by you alone. Tamadbhutam balakama bhuje kshanam chaturbhujam Shankhagadarayudayudham Srivatsalakshmyam Galashobhikastubham Pitamvaram Sandrapayodasobhagam. So, Vasudevaji saw before him a beautiful, wondrous child. Until now, all of Devaki's newborns had looked ordinary, but this child, however, was most enchanting. His eyes were like lotus petals. He had 4 hands, in which he held a conch, a discus, a mace, and a lotus. His chest bore the auspicious mark of Srivatsa. Gala Shobhi Kaustubham. Around his neck hung the gem known as Kaustubha. He wore a yellow dhoti and was of a bluish hue, like a dark rain-bearing cloud. The Supreme Lord thus manifested there, adorned with precious ornaments, and Vasudevaji just kept looking at him in awe and amazement. Sri Shukadevaji then said, Vasudeva's heart overflowed with bliss. He knew that the birth of a child was a time to offer charity and perform meritorious acts, but he was in prison and so helpless. So he resolved in his mind to offer clothes, ornament, wealth, and everything to the Brahmins as soon as chance availed. Seeing the Supreme Lord in front of his eyes, Vasudevaji said, I know that you are beyond the entire universe, the nature of the direct experience of bliss, and the witness of all intellects. He said, you have come to shower your grace on me. You have come in this lineage in your full splendor. I know that in due time you will destroy countless asuras. When Devaki regained consciousness and saw the form of the Lord, she said with folded palms, You are he who is said to be devoid of attributes and differences. The nature of existence, consciousness, bliss, Satchidananda. You are verily that spiritual light manifest here. Fearing death, the jiva is constantly running in 10 different directions. Yet he is unable to find solace and security even in death. Only when the jiva takes a refuge at your lotus feet does he become peaceful and rest comfortably. Because then death runs far away from him. You are that Lord. See how a mother's heart is. On one hand, Devaki knew that the Lord is the sovereign ruler and devoid of attributes. On the other hand, she said, Your brilliant light has spread everywhere. Please hurry and console it. Or Kamsa will find out and come and to kill you. So please change this form immediately. Please do not show these materialistic to the materialistic people. So your form, for they will not understand. This is a mother's heart. Along with the recognition of Lord's power was this sweet admixture of motherly love. Janmate maya sau papo ma vidyan madhusudana samudvije bhavadvetoho Kangsadaha madhiradhi. So Devakiji said, this wicked sinner Kamsa should not come to know that you have taken birth from me. Kamsa had wanted to kill her on her wedding day. She had not even afraid at all. She didn't say a single word. She just said, I am not frightened of Kamsa for my sake, but he will kill you, and of this I am afraid. A mother's love is the most extraordinary and special. And this kind of love only some fortunate people experience. Devakiji said, O Lord, please change your form quickly and become an ordinary child. Aho nrilokasya vidambanam hitat. With respect to the infinite Supreme Lord playing the role of a human being, Devakiji said, what greater irony can there be? The Lord then replied, Mother, do you know why I have shown you this form of mine? Because in your earlier life, you were Prishni and Vasudeva was Sutapa. You both had done penance to attain me. I had deluded both of you with my Maya, so that instead of asking for moksha, you asked to have me as your son. And this is not the first, but the third time that I have come as your son. The first time I came as Prishni, that is son of Prishni. The second time I was Vamana, and this is the third time I had shown you this form to remind you of your earlier lives and my avatars in them. Yuvang mang putra bhavena brahma bhavena chasakrita चिन्तयन्तं कृतस्नेहा यास्येते मद्गतिं पराम्. So addressing both of them, the Lord then advised, "You may love me like a son, but also contemplate on me as Brahman, and by doing so, both of you will attain liberation." The quite essential statement made here is that neither of the two parents had sought to have the Lord as a son, but the Lord had wanted them to become his mother and father. So both of them had been performing austerities to attain liberation, but the Lord had turned their minds when they were asking for a boon. So, though Prishni and Sutapa had not desired to have the Lord as their child, the Lord had wanted to be their son and experience the joy. Otherwise, somewhere, someone or the other is always going to him, putting garlands on him, offering salutations to him. This is difficult, isn't it? Would it feel good to keep bearing pleas from every side all the time? So, here we see the Lord likes being mischievous, and occasionally he even likes being reprimanded, which is why he came as Yashoda's son. So, on this auspicious day, we all should wait with a pure heart for the Lord to arrive. Thank you.